Hey, you right, guys, Trophy Munchers Joe here, and today we are reacting to episode 6 of Teen Wolf Season 6. I'm buzzing. Last episode was fantastic. I think it was probably my favourite episode of Teen Wolf to date. I think a couple of people tweeted me after saying the specific ratings I gave episode 22 of Season 3 and episode 7 of Season 4, and this one was higher than those two, so yeah, hopefully I don't think it will. I'm kind of like I've one of my friends actually mentioned this as well, but I'm giving this last episode such a high rating that it's going to be so hard to top that now. But if there is an episode in 6A or even 6B that I prefer to this one, then Team Wolf could get a 10 out of 10 before the show is over. I don't know. We'll wait and see. I kind of hope it does because I want to at least give it a 10 out of 10 to something. Um, I don't know. It'd be nice, but I'm not. I'm not just going to give an episode a 10 out of 10 just to give it a 10 out of 10. It has to be better than that episode, and like I said, that would just be very difficult to do because it was so good. But yeah, episode 6, guys. Maybe this will be the 10 out of 10 episode, but no one's really mentioned episode 6. I think the next big ones that you guys have said you really liked are 8 and 9 of season 6. I think they're the ones. At least for 6A anyway. I could be wrong. But yeah, anyway, guys, if you enjoy, remember to leave a like. If you're new, remember to subscribe. And if you do want to help support the channel and get early uploads to Team Wolf, then a link to the Patreon page will be down below, as well as Twitter and Instagram if you want to follow me on there, and Discord if you want to join that to talk about Team Wolf with myself and others. And yeah, just it, guys. Let's do it. Why? We. Okay, there we go, guys. That is episode 6 of Teen Wolf Season 6. Um, I didn't not like the episode. I think it was a very slow one. It's one of those that I wouldn't say I was bored at like certain points, but because you were learning certain things that you needed to know, which makes sense. But compared to the last episode, this was very slow paced. I think the best thing about it was this creepy, eerie ghost town that Scott, Lydia, and Malia were in. I thought the setting for that and just the atmosphere of it was awesome. Like, I loved that. Something a bit different. And Teen Wolf, to be fair to it, always does like the whole creepy vibe really well whenever it tries to do that. So fair play to that. I think that was probably the best thing about it. As well as them teaming up again. I love them three together. I think they're great. They're so good, and I'm glad it's actually giving, like, every episode they're doing something, so it's interesting. But I just think learning all this stuff about the past and the Ghost Riders, while yes, we needed to know it, so it's not like this episode was filler or useless because it wasn't. It was just told in a very slow kind of way. Just Eleonora, Eleonora was just annoying. I'm sorry, she just annoyed me. So did the kid. It's just them screaming at each other. I was like, what the so that was. It just felt. I don't know. She was just annoying. She was telling this story, and I was just like, "Shut up." No, well, not that. But yeah, I think the time was fine, but then Eleanor would just piss me off. Liam and Hayden, to be fair, they weren't as bad as they have been in the past 5 episodes. I think maybe that has to do with that Mason and Corey weren't in it, because I actually don't mind Liam. I've said that before. It's just Hayden, Corey, and Mason whenever they're trying to tag along as well, and it's just like what they're doing is never really that interesting. Episode 3 is an exception, and this one I'd say episode 6. Bringing Theo back is a risky choice, like, because I've never really loved the character anyway. So he could either get on the good side and actually be an okay character, or he's just going to annoy me again, and I'll be like, Liam, why did you do this? It's stupid. So we'll see how that plays out. And then they've teamed up a little bit with the teacher, who's obviously still going around eating heads. So he's not to be trusted. And we'll deal with him later, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm not sure about bringing Theo back. We'll see how that works. But at least Liam's got his little plan. I guess we'll see. We'll see what comes of it. Not in love with every time it shows their story, because it's not the best. Like, the best thing's always Lydia, Scott, and Malia trying to find Styles. Like, that's the best part of this entire first half of the season, whenever it just focuses on those three. Every other time it's usually okay, but it's never as interesting. Same with like Melissa and Mr. Argent, like just her trying to heal him. We had like 4 scenes of that, and it just resulted in her rubbing clay on him to heal him. It's like, okay. He's like, yeah, you need to get all these 8 spices and herbs and to heal me to get rid of this poison of the whip. And it's just like, I'd rather he not have got whipped and we just don't have an episode of him. Like, focus more on, I don't know, you have Styles or something. You can't have Styles in that episode, obviously, but I don't know. I guess they just wanted to add it. It just felt like with Melissa and Miss Argent there was a way to add up time to the 40-minute mark. Because they were very slow as well. I love both their characters, and I actually kind of ship them and hope that something happens towards the end with those two. But it was a very kind of, I know all these herbs, but I only know them in what is like Celtic and all this, whatever. So I enjoyed the episode. I loved the atmosphere with Scott and that. I loved what was going on in the town. I thought that was all cool, but it was a very very slow episode. So I'll give this one. It wasn't as bad as 4, that's for sure. And I think it was a little bit better than episode 2. Yeah, I'll give this one a 7, just a 7 out of 10. Better than episodes 4 and 2. But I'd say it was actually slower than those. But it was, I was enjoying learning what was being told, so it's not like I hated it. Because it is actually useful information. Sometimes when they tell us information in Teen Wolf, it's just like, okay, but it doesn't matter at all. But we actually learn quite a lot of useful stuff, so that's nice. Yeah, I'll go 7 out of 10 for that one. The best part about it, like I said, was the town though. It's so cool. I love that eerie. Even the first bit where she looked down and then looked back up at the mirror and she just stood in the mirror. I was like, it's just going to be one of them episodes, dude. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of the episode down below in the comments. And I'll see you next time for episode 7. And yeah, everything I mentioned at the start will be in the pinned comments. Make sure to check that out. And until next time.